Hello, I'm Robert Picardo here at Caltech with the cast of Boldly Go, inviting you to find your place in space! This is Robert Picardo, and you're watching the Planetary Post. Hello, I'm Robert Picardo, and this is the Planetary Post for March. As I mentioned in our premiere posting last month, the European Space Agency's mission ExoMars has launched. It's on its way to Mars and should arrive in orbit sometime in October. You've probably heard by now that the ISS Year in Space crew has returned. That's Russian Mikhail Kornienko and our own Scott Kelly. 340 days in space. Apparently, Scott grew 2 inches. So obviously, there are those of us that are giving it some thought. Which brings me to this month's Picardo's pick of a great space photo, the return of the Soyuz capsule. So right now, up at the ISS, only 3 crew members, a little lonely. So on March 19th, Expedition 47 will launch, which will bring 3 additional astronauts up to the ISS, restoring it to a crew of 6. In space policy news, NASA has released its new budget. It's a 700-page proposal, so I'd better get started right now.
Bob, we don't have time for all that.
Really?
Yeah, it's too long.
Oh, okay. Well, our own Casey Dreyer has summarized the budget's highlights in a special planetary radio feature. You can click the link below. Or I could just...
No, that's fine.
Really fast?
That's fine.
Okay. In space party down news is Yuri's night, celebrating the first human to ever venture into space, Yuri Gagarin, on April 12, 1961. I have a special feature for this month's Planetary Post. Boldly Go, a Star Trek musical, because this year marks the 50th anniversary of the Star Trek franchise. Many of the cast and crew in Boldly Go are students at Caltech, or teach there, or work at JPL. That's right, an entire cast of singing and dancing scientists. And a certain fellow you might recognize from the Planetary Post was actually in the show. Here are some backstage looks and a few onstage looks at Boldly Go the musical. Here I am in the Ramo Auditorium at Caltech. There is a Klingon fight rehearsal going on behind me. It promises to be a very exciting evening. I am with the creators of Boldly Go, Grant and Cole. Cole also plays Mr. Spock.
I'm a 4th-year theoretical physics graduate student here at Caltech, and I study problems in particle physics and cosmology relating to quantum gravity.
And he writes musical theater.
NCC 1701.
Crystal Dilworth is a doctor of molecular neuroscience.
Got it.
There you go. I can't believe I did that.
One of my focuses is gender equity in STEM and STEM literacy. Understanding science and engineering and math and technology is the way for us to empower ourselves to act within our world.
Oh my! Honor and glory, I tell it to you once more. God's honor and glory is ours today.
Star Trek has a really special place in my heart for how important it is. It really inspires exploration, and I think it represents a future that we could all hope for.
She can't take much more of this, Captain!
I think this resonates with people because you're able to play in this imaginary space with science, because it deals a lot with astrophysical phenomena and what's happening in the universe.
We're detecting a sudden large flux of high-energy gamma rays from Klingon space.
My name's Holly Bender. I playing Takya, a wonderful Andorian astrophysicist who helps save the day with science and with Spock.
But that flight will be aboard, yeah. My heart skipped a beat, and there you were.
And I work at JPL. I'm an optical engineer. I'm working right now on an imaging spectrometer for a mission that's going to Europa.
A shield for worlds uncounted.
I was asking Kelvin that when he graduates, because he's going to get his PhD,
That's the idea.
this year, that what he's going to do with all this talent. You're standing in front of a classroom teaching.
Probably chemistry.
You could do like the first kind of musical chemistry class where you explain how,
I like that
how
idea.
things, how
Set
how
by
bonds.
organic chemistry to song.
Exactly.
Live long and prosper. Live long and prosper.
Well done, Kirk. Well done. Admiral, it's an honor.
Once I started watching it, I just really fell in love, combining science and this whole aspect of humanity, and the fact that scientists are people too.
Where else will you see a scientist giving an interview dressed as an Andorian than the Planetary Post? Are you ready? Computer and program.